Most rockstar moment actually was probably being invited to hang out at Chris Kirkpatrick's house from NSYNC. A very Citizen Kane moment in my life where I got to see someone who had a lot of wealth, power, and then got to see him in that moment where he's just like, Rosebud.
Your most rockstar moment.
I accidentally drank Jordan's pee.
Probably mostly tequila at that point.
No, it's just like filtered Hornitos, basically. So that's pretty rock and roll.
Having the original drummer for Yes and the original drummer for Heart play drums behind me, I really felt like a rock star having two drummers at the same time.
Probably when we headlined Barboza and somehow packed the house, and they gave us a free pallet of PBR and a bottle of Jameson.
They do that with every artist that
That's the kind of shit you don't say right now.
I'm just saying.
Our chance
That was pretty rock star.
My set got cut to one song as my computer just started messing up right before I was about to go on. The tour manager was like, you gotta cut your set. I didn't want to, but I did. And so I went out there and I was the opener's opener and did this one song. And I just felt like everybody was just really vibing with it. Everybody went crazy after his own. I just got off stage. I just felt like I owned that shit.
The crowd yelling and having their hands up, wanting them to throw your sticks and the cymbal and stuff out to them, and then like after the show being like, I got this dude's stick.
I walked out, shriveled up in this kimono, sort of looked dead, and then I just like turned on everything and like, just like went off.
I've been out like at shows or something, and I'll meet someone and I'll introduce myself and I'll say, yeah, I'm Alana. And they say, oh my gosh, you're Alana Belle. I love your music. It's not something that I ever would take for granted or take lightly.
The closest I probably ever came to a rock star moment was on tour with Swollen members who live like rock stars every single night of the week. Just being in proximity to those guys over the course of 3 weeks, cumulatively, I'll say that was my greatest rock star experience, including a death threat.
I did a show in Denver, and these kids came up like an hour from a whatever Boulder or something like that, and they knew every single word.
I would say playing in LA and getting a line of people that want their vinyl signed. That was pretty incredible.
We collaborated with a Japanese taiko drum corps, and it was the most thunderous, epic explosion on stage.
Probably when you get VIP at a festival. At Bumbershoot, they treated all the artists to a puppy tent. I was petting puppies and kittens next to Janine Drawflow, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Sitting on stage at this festival with Sugar Free and Corrupt during a Snoop Dogg set and drinking Hennessy.
Oh my God, my most rock star moment. You know, performing with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis and White Walls at like Sasquatch or at Bumbershoot, where there's tens of thousands of people in the crowd and it feels so otherworldly, like it doesn't feel like reality.
Shit, I don't think I've ever felt that way.
I say my most rock star moment was probably playing the Key Arena and feel like this is where I'm supposed to be.
Man, you make me sound lame here. I want to be like, one time, I paid my taxes on time. Have to surpass whatever I've done so far, because if I can't even think of anything, I definitely need to be working harder.
I think my most rock star moment was sitting at a boardroom table in an office in Austin, Texas during South by Southwest 2013. And in comes Warren G. And he's actually serious when he says, how would you feel about singing Regulators with me on my set tomorrow? And my reply being, you know, I've never performed that song, and I don't feel comfortable walking on and trying to experiment during your set. And then he says, all right, that's real. Why don't you come and sing that thrift shop hook? And I did. It was dope.